by your side. Now gather your courage and sing out your pride. For the storm will not break us, although it may try. The sun may beat down and may bake the world dry. But we stand by our neighbours and raise them up tall. Gather your voices and scream out the call. For you are my empire and you are my hall. For you I would fight and for you I would fall. For you are the beat of my heart and the heart of my song. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. So fill up your tankards and fill up your lungs. Leave no words unspoken and no song unsung. Make noise for your heroes, your kith and your kin. Sing out their names and the pride that they bring. Together we stand and divided we fall. And the future we write will be shaped by us all. For we are the singers and we are the song of a story that's greater than more. Sing along. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I...
Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. See, you are chatting. You're just behind me. It's there. No, that side there. It will go up. Oh no, will it go up? What's going on here? Oh, if I move the chat box behind the media thing. There we go. Fuck it. Oh man. What a way to start.
It wouldn't be a start to a hefty stream if there wasn't the first 30 seconds of technical difficulty.
Yeah. I hope you can hear everyone all right. Words are sprouting out of Steve's forehead. Yes. Yes. But they're coming from behind me, so that shows you where they're actually coming from. Who's the last words to come out of there? Foul. Just saying. So we're gonna do one of the another one of these reverse Q&A things. They went down quite well last time. So yeah, I'll move the chat box up a little bit. There we go. That's better. So yeah, it went down really well last time, and we were able to help people out and push some people in whatever direction that they wanted to play in. So we've got Dan on again because the last time we had him on, he still couldn't make up his mind. So, and we have Matthew on as well, who you may know him better as Yoda's left sock in the Discord.
He definitely lost his right one.
Definitely lost his right one.
Yeah, I mean, he lost both of them technically, and I'm just the one that gained sentience.
Excellent.
Gained sentience.
Gained sentience. Dan is really quiet. Right, let's just turn that all up. Let's turn all that up. Right, say something, Dan.
Something.
Is that better, chat?
So predictable. I knew you were going to say it.
Okay. So everybody says that. It's like a thing.
It's the go-to.
How's that, chat? Is that any better?
Am I still really quiet? Much better. Cool.
Much better. Okay. See, Matt is... we're already into the questions here. So, but anyway, so we got Dan, we got Matt. We're going to go through. We're going to hopefully help out some character creation issues, any questions that they have about the game. We can get some stuff done and all of that. And Smo, dog. Excellent.
Cat.
I don't know. So, yeah. So hopefully we'll get some bits done. But Matt has asked, Where did you both hear about Empire, and what made you want to look deeper into it? You've been on before, Dan, so we'll go with Matt first.
I just started looking at local LARPs initially. One of the ones that popped up in my local area was Hero Fest. And when I looked a little bit further into Hero Fest, just in terms of, what it contained and things, and joined the Facebook group, Empire was mentioned on that. And when I looked at Empire a bit further, it seemed a bit more up my street because it was a bit more structured, I guess. But LARP is something I've wanted to do for ages. But I don't really have much impetus to do things or belief in myself, so I never really got around to it. And my wife, essentially, when lockdown happened, she went, "You were actually around the house exactly as much as you were when you could still go places. So maybe you should try and change that in the future." So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Otherwise, she's probably gonna shout at me or give me jobs to do around the house that I don't want to do. So LARP.
I'm going LARPing so I can get out of doing the washing up.
Pretty much. I don't think anything's going to get me out of that, but DIY jobs around the house I can definitely avoid.
Do you know, this is the first, I've just realised something as well. This is the first chat in a very, very long time where I've had 3 guys on.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the ones I've seen, yeah.
It's weird. Don't know how I feel about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
That's lads on tour.
Sorry, Hefty fam.
But no, it's all good. Somebody said, "Oh, I saw a dog walk past in Dan's background and got excited about the dog."
Oh, you saw Frank? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a strong chance my cat is going to visit me at some point.
No,
if you
that's
hear
awesome.
scratching, I'm going to have to open the door.
No, that's all good. We do like it when animals pop up. I don't get my daughter jump on stream anymore. So my animal doesn't really jump around. She's more has discovered YouTube, so she's there watching YouTube.
My cat is also distracted by that on occasion, to be fair. Video of birds, she is gone.
Excellent stuff. So
Frank
what
power.
Frank, it's got a human name. I love it.
Yeah.
So hi Abby, hi Becca, and hi everybody. Hi. Yeah, hi.
It's like the good mornings again.
Oh, shopping for husband face's birthday gift. I don't know if Alex. Is Alex in chat at all?
No.
No. I don't know if someone's able to post in the Discord to see if we can summon Alex into the chat for me. It's important. Important things. Don't know if we have covered it, but what nation are we all? We don't know yet. We haven't got there. So Matt, what nation are you going into?
I'm going to be Wintermark and going for Steiner.
The Steiners suck ass, I will say.
You've made your feelings clear to me on this one. And I don't care. I'm still going Steiner. Even if it means I just walk in at the end and claim victory, as you expect from me, it's going to happen.
It does happen. It does happen a lot. Because Dan, you decided a while ago that you wanted... you were going Wintermark, but then you decided you wanted to go Dawn.
Yeah,
and...
Now
But you've changed your mind now. You're back to Wintermark.
You're back to
now,
Wintermark
now I'm back to Wintermark again. Yeah.
So
I think I'm going to stick with Wintermark. It was what grabbed me originally. So
what was your reasoning behind coming back to Wintermark? Then what were your thoughts there?
The Long Dark, and not actually going to play, which then got me thinking about other nations. It was the whole, when you've got too much time to think about one particular thing, that you end up start to looking into all of the other nations and then go, I did really like the look at Wintermark, actually.
What was it that made you swing the Dawn then?
just the Arthurian knightly kind of stuff. I mean, when I play D&D, I generally tend to sort of play that sort of clad in plate European knight kind of character. So it kind of fitted into what I'm used to role playing. But yeah, I don't know. Wintermark just grabbed me initially when I started to look at Empire 2 years ago now.
Well, generally the best place to start. If something tickles your taste buds quite quickly, then it's always worth sticking with something like that until you're certain it's something else.
Yeah.
So, Dan, you might have to turn your mic up a little bit because I'm actually hearing that you are noticeably quieter than Matt.
Yeah, really? Hang on.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can turn me up. How's that?
Yeah,
that's me at 100%.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
100% volume or just 100%?
It's not me at 100%. Trust me, I am much louder.
Brilliant. So, do you two have any questions that you've thought of or brought up, or anything that's made you just go, "Matt is just extra loud"? That's fine. I've turned them both down now on mine, so that's we're good.
I got one.
Yep.
How important is your background?
That's an interesting one. Backgrounds are something that are always talked about, always discussed, and are quite heavily maligned, especially by me. So, as they're saying, Dawn, Matt, again, not at all. I hope they're niche questions. It's pretty much what you make of it. Yeah, not very. What you do in Anvil is the important part of your character. Helen hasn't got a background for hers at all.
Wow.
As you saw on when I made my 2 characters up for Varushka and the League, I didn't fill in my backgrounds or answer those questions at all because you don't have to. You can email in and get it all filled out. Depends how much you want to brood over dead parents, says John. No, not everyone wants to talk tragic backstory. It's what virtue pushes you to do at the events, which is very, very true. So the virtues are a real... Ooh, we have a contrasting opinion here. So Crazy Pixels, I really think personally very important. It can affect how you approach a character if they have one.
Yeah, see, that's why I asked, because I'm very used to playing D&D and your backstory being sort of like that base of your character. That makes sense?
Yeah. I think, to be honest, if you write a backstory out, there are people who do like the... Chris has got, I got 3 bullet point rough character goals, is just to have that sort of thing for your background. Don't write out a 1,000-word essay, anything like that. Just write out a very simple few bullet points. This is what I like, this is what I do, this is what I'm interested in. That's
After
it.
all the thing about dead parents and everything, I really wanted to try and make mine as mundane as possible.
Everyone does now.
Also favouring, and that's it's the more I looked at it, it seemed like that now.
It's
mine's probably just going to be realistic. My wife sent me to Anvil. She wanted rid of me.
Do it. That's brilliant. That is a great one. I think that in Anvil we're going to get to a point where it's going to be like, has anybody's parents actually died here? And everybody will be like, no, all our parents are fine. And then all of a sudden someone will turn up with, my parents are dead, and it'll be like, oh no, that's so edgy.
Petey will grab it and make plot out of it.
Yeah, that's so edgy. Dead parents. Wow, no one's done that for like 6 years. So there's going to be a lot of that, I think. I found thinking my character's background out and writing it down helps so much with roleplay. If no tragic backstory, how LARP? Raven, have you discovered any good life hacks, good tips for LARP? That's a good one from Raven.
I really haven't at this point. No.
We've not going.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting one to see, because I want to do these sort of chats after people's first events, so that we can then do this is what you said before the event, and now this is what's happened at the event. How fucked are you? That's the sort of thing that I'd like to go for, and I think it's going to be quite interesting to see what everybody thinks about it all. So yeah, Becca's saying, I think in my character background now, writing it down helps a lot with the role play. I find that doing things that get yourself sorted for your character, so you have an idea. Shut up, Frank.
Shut up.
Having an idea of what you want your character to be like, how you want them to act, and things like that, that's going to help a lot. So having a sort of mannerism down, it's like some people will say there are people there who want their characters to speak with a stutter or an accent or things like that, then that's something to go on there. But yeah, all of this changes when you're in a field anyway. You'll have an idea, you'll get there, start to role play, and you'll realise, I don't like it, not going to work, and then you'll completely change it.
I think realistically, I'm going to end up playing a version of myself in the first event or two until I figure out what the hell's going on and what interests me.
Yeah.
You know, I've not got much of a D&D background or anything, so my role-playing skills are going to be a little bit blunt, so I'll need to sharpen them as I go.
Well, to be honest, I've role-played with a lot of people in the field, and there are a few people there whose roleplay skills leave a lot to be desired. But the way that they deliver it is very much flat tone, just they are them, and that's it. But when they get pieces of plot, they'll be the person who you go to because they know everything going on in the field as well. So it all kind of balances itself out. So I wouldn't worry too much about how you role play or how you deal with people and how you deal with stuff like that. It's more about being comfortable and enjoying your game. That's the big thing that I would say.
Yeah.
To aim for. What about you, Dan? Have you got any sort of like character traits or mannerisms that you've thought about for a character?
Well, considering I only really decided about 3 hours ago that I was going to change my mind on my nation, not actually really built my character yet.
Oh, come on, put some effort in, Dan.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, man, try harder.
I mean, I'm probably going to go with a very typical combat-focused side of it because that's me, and it's what I'm kind of looking forward to at Empire is the combat.
Yeah, there are a fair few people like that who turn up to their first event and want to be the loud, angry, shouty ones, and I'm going to fight everything that moves, I'm going to fight this, this, and this, and you talk to them before time in, and it's like, yeah, that's great. You go enjoy it. Let me know how that works out for you. Yeah. I hope you have a good game. I hope you're getting lots of fights and all of this sort of stuff. And then they see me in character, and they come sauntering on over like this, and it's like, hi, I'm this person from this hall, and it's like, right, it's like, can we have a duel? And it's like, no, I don't want to kill you. It's like, you won't kill me. It's like, okay, I'm not picking you up when you're bleeding out. And it's like, we'll be fine. And it's like 5 seconds later, they're bleeding out on the floor, and their mates are going, I need to pick him up, and I'm fighting them off as well. It's like, we need to heal him. It's like, no. The only way that first duel that this lad that I fought with, the only way he got picked up and didn't die was because they distracted me with another fight, and someone ran in to pick him up and run off with him. That was the only way he survived. It was great.
Have you seen this character ever since?
Yeah, I get on really well with him. It's really good. I've fought him in a duel 3 times. I haven't lost yet. I don't think I've had a duel with him that's lasted longer than 10 seconds either. So it's great. Yeah, really, really good bunch. I really like them. I'm rubbish at keeping up with chat. I do apologise. I found thinking my characters. Oh no, I've done that. I've met Jim Bob. I've made one up. It just evolved over time. Yeah. It helps me a lot. History helps inform character and personality. Make a backstory when you have 4 parents instead. Double parents. Do heralds count as parents? Oh, no. but you can have had run-ins with heralds, emissaries, and stuff like that.
As soon as you start putting keywords like that in your background is when PD start picking up on it.
Yes. Yeah, when we had a chat with the plot team and they were saying we've had put in keywords like cult, things like that. Because all they do is they literally have a search through it all, and they'll go put in a few keywords, and then they'll go, right, we've got 6 people here, and they'll go, well, it's only 6 people, right? Put out 4 or 5 NPCs, go and deal with them 6, and we'll get this plot moving, and that's it. And then you'll get someone turning up. So
It's going to end up with a background that's just keywords, just to try and get as much plot as possible. No, it doesn't make any sense, just a mass of words.
Just
yeah, I think you need to have some sort of stuff in there to make it sort of make sense, because they do look at it, and if they just go, right, he has just put a dictionary down here, this is just nothing, I don't think it
my
works.
interests are, and end the list.
That could work. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, because when PD was still ironing out how to give out plot to people, they used to send out 1 NPC, and I have seen said NPC sent back, generally dead, a few times. So, and the plot dies there, and then the plot crew have to then send another NPC out in a different manner to other people, and that's
When you say they've been sent back dead, did you kill them?
I've done it once, and I'm well aware that was with my first character. That was in the hub with an emissary a herald had turned up to give some information, and he picked up a spear that I was carrying at the time. I asked for it back. He refused and sort of playing around with it, having a laugh. And I was just like, okay. And then he stood there, and I pulled out I had this knife on me, so I pulled that out, and I just shanked him on the spot. And he was just like, I'm completely unarmed, and I don't have the skill to use a spear. So he was just stood there as I shanked him, killed him, executed him, and it was just sort of like he got back up in a little bit, and then he came after me. So yeah, it was great. But yeah, there's lots of ways of getting plot as well for your character. So backstories, not overly important unless you want specific pieces of plot to come for you, in which case a couple of words. Hey!
We got her.
Alex! Alex is here. So, Alex, hi! I'm jumping around a lot here. Do apologise. So, this channel, we have decided with the money that I get in, we will do things and we will help. So there's like a top tier thing for the Patreons and subscribers and stuff like that. So which Ben won on the last stream, got announced. That was wonderful. Alex, congratulations. You have won a commission. This is all of the money that comes into the channel has paid for this commission for you. A friend of mine, Andy, is a talented artist, and with the discussion that went on with the Patreons and everything, we decided that you should win this. Okay, so we wanted to give something back to you. You're here. We know that you've been struggling. We want to pick you up, but you are here. You chat to people. You get involved, and this is my way. This is the channel's way of giving back to you. Okay. So we were looking through, and we realised you weren't watching. So we had to summon you and get you into the stream. So, thanks for turning up. But yes, you have won a commission off of a friend of mine. And then at the end of the month, I'll be doing something similar again. I was eating dinner, sorry. I do apologise. But you have won this commission. This is all good. It is all yours. I'll put you in touch with him, and you can sort out what the you can sort out what the drawing is for you. Okay, preferably LARP related. So yeah, so that's all good. You can sort that all out, and I'll put you in touch with him. Okay, but I just wanted to do it all here so you can see it all, and congratulations. Well done. Go have dinner.
It's so mean, Steve.
I know.
It's dinner.
Yeah, I've summoned you here. Now go eat. I'm done. Wonderful. So, but yeah, that's so you have got that, okay, and congratulations, and we'll get you a nice piece of art, and then you can frame it and put it up, and it'll be a nice bit of memory, not a nice positive memory for you as well. Okay, something good. Right, where did I get to in chat? Where were we?
I've got a question to do with backgrounds that might tag on.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So earlier in the chat, I think it was Liam was asking about the locations that your character can come from, and people were talking about Whittle and where the herbs are grown, and some of the I can't remember what the name of the Wintermark healers are that train there and things.
The Ice Walkers or the Grimnir?
Grimnir. Is it okay to implement things like that in your background, to say that you went to Whittle? Because like I'm gonna have a herb garden with my character most likely, and probably become an alchemist, not apothecary. Sorry. So something like that might work in my character background. Is that a normal thing to do?
Oh yeah, definitely. The mentioning those sorts of things in your background is also something that PD look out for. And having that where you can then draw on it, so if you talk to people, you can then say, I know about these people, I know about this, and this, and say where do I go for this? How do I get involved in it? And stuff like that, and then people can advise. So, but within Wintermark, the best place to go to start off with is generally the Moot, to start off with, or to see the people who are. It's quite strange when you see the people at the Moot who are not in the Moot. They're stood like 10 feet away from it, but they're just stood there watching. Yeah. They're good people to talk to as well. They are very, very good people to talk to, because they're the ones who want to know everything that's going on, but don't want to be directly involved. It's great. It's bit of insider information there. So you'll never see me doing that because I don't go to Moot, basically, because I'm an ingrate. So, but yeah, I need to catch up on. Let's catch up on chat. So, for example, my character has a burning grudge against Varushka, so my mannerisms would be different to them than others. Yeah, it's good to pick a nation that you dislike. For me, it's all nations.
Specifically Highguard.
Oh, it's always Highguard. I can't stand Highguard. But yeah, so anything like that as well, it all adds to your character too. Is that a door, or is that just Frank staring at the corner of the wall?
That is Frank staring at the corner of the...
Like Blair Witch Project.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that is the door.
Right,
He's staring at the corner of it because he's heard someone, I imagine.
Right, okay. Excellent stuff.
Not Blair Witching the corner of the wall.
Wonderful. Yeah, D&D isn't a prerequisite for LARP. Sometimes it helps and sometimes it hinders. Yep, definitely. That's from Dawn. Chris has said, I must admit that I hate tragic backgrounds because everyone seems to have one. It just makes everything seem bland. Yep. Crazy Pixels. My unit was left to be surrounded in the walls of war by the Iron Helms, and my character got captured and tortured. That's a good one. I like that. I like that sort of thing. I have 14 hits. How many do you have? 5. I can't remember how many hits I've got. Too many. 20 is the pro number of hits. I'm almost at 20. I think I'm at 18. Something stupid. It is absolutely ridiculous.
How?
Body
Yeah,
hits,
magic items.
armor, magic potions and stuff like that. Boosts everything. It depends how you play it. For me, if you only use a tragic backstory to form a character, then it's bland, but you've got to mix that with happy stuff and good stuff. If tragedy is all you have, then it's bland. So yeah, that's a good shout as well. You need something positive in the game as well, because if all you're doing is sitting there going, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, then the game becomes bad. You need something positive as well. So the positive side for Dan is, I'm going to go off and have a little scrap on this skirmish. That's good. And then for Matt, it's, right, there's a battle going out here. I know that they need all of these potions. They've given me all of this stuff to do. I've got to go off, make it all, collect it all, and then go and find people, give it to them and stuff like that. That will keep you busy for hours and hours and hours. You will, really, really busy. So apothecaries are, I find, really it's a thankless job, really. But when they are looked after, they are really looked after. It's like a 0 to 100 thing. So yeah, I like apothecaries because they give me loads of stuff. And then I lie to Helen about how much stuff I do actually have from her, so she gives me more stuff. And if Helen's watching this is all our character, you can't use it. So, she's gonna kick the shit out of me later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think you're going to deserve it as well.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, wow, yeah, it's all right, hon. Don't go choking on a donut now.
Oh.
I'm fucking dead, man. Right, Stug. I always aim to keep in mind my backstory should be used to shape a character, but to avoid rambling off to anyone who will listen, just think how you talk about your past, your family, etc. to people you meet in real life, and follow that style unless you want to come across a touch over theatrical.
Jeez, that's going to be tough. People ask me about my family and things, so I'm like, they're all right. Don't know.
Well, I suppose it's the whole, if you want to have a tragic backstory, have the tragic backstory, but only share it with the person that deserves it to be shared with. Like, don't just, some random dude walks up to you and goes, oh, hello, I'm new to Amber. And you go, my mom's...
Literally stopping people in the middle of the road to tell them.
Yeah.
You say that, I now want to do that.
Oh, no.
It matches your brand of anarchy.
Yeah, it's so I'm new to Anvil. What do you do here? I grieve my dad. Oh man, we laugh. Oh, we're gonna laugh. But no, that's a really good point actually from Stug there. Use your how do you talk about your family in real life? It's like oh my god, yeah, people come to me, I can't say anything polite. I'll just shut up about them really. And I should do thinking that. I just sort of think that is a Vortal Blade. What do you do here? I seek vengeance for my dead uncle, cousin's father's brother.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Hell's the revolving door fan. All right, we got to the Alexy bit there, so that's cool. That's nice. That's good. All right, it's held a message from Alex there.
Oh yes.
Have you just seen that? Okay, Alex is there saying, "I'm done. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone. Now fuck off." Brilliant. It was wicked. Gosh, I know nothing about anywhere outside my character's hometown, and a few other Navarre territories. Need to go on a wiki binge, or wait until you're in Anvil and ask everybody about their character, about where they're from. So, because obviously with Navarre, you've got the Stridings and you've got the Steadings. So you've got the ones there who do go everywhere, and you've got the ones who walk a bit and then go back to their own territory. So when Mac was in the Navarre, he was in a Steading. So he rarely went off for a bit. So yeah, Mac was from the Brock. So yes, we had the running joke. He was Macus from the Brock.
It popped into my head the moment you said it.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't think of it at all until it came up IC, and he used to have a little, but now he's got a rock. Yeah, anyway, we'll go on from there. I come from a small place you've probably never heard of it. Is a good one as well. I don't know if I want to find out stuff I see and learn from. I don't know if I want to find out stuff I see though and learn from the horse's mouth. If you would rather read up on the wiki, read the wiki. If you'd rather talk to people, talk to people. Chris has paid people to go to standing for him. There's a stuff your characters. Yeah, there is a stuff your characters should know on the forum as well. Moonchild Majora, are you unexpected to know everything about all the small settlements in your nation? It's fine. Yes. I think I'll be at 17 hits if I remember right. The next event. Apothecary, run, Steve, run. Helen's next line. You dick. I'm well aware of what you do. I know what my character would know, just stuff about other nations and places that I don't go. If I want to find out about IC, or go on a wiki binge. No, but she can have Tylian shake it down. He's Hall mum. Oh, this is true. Within Wintermark, I don't know if you know, halls have their own like hierarchy. So you'll have a Thane, obviously, at the top, and then you have people within them. So you have Helen will have to remind me of this. I can't remember what this number 2 is in the hall. So if the Thane dies, steward. There we go. I'm good, me. So, you have a hall steward as well. You can have a Huskarl, so it's like the head of the security, military matters, and stuff like that. So I'm my hall's Huskarl, and that. But as Moonchild is saying, they're non-official and they vary wildly. So it's whatever people want to bring in as well. So you might hear a lot of these things going around in the field. So yeah, Tylian is technically, he's Hall mum, but he doesn't really hold a position because he's not a Thane. So I'll just beat him up. It's fine. Everyone needs a Helen, and every Helen needs an alibi now. Don't spaff your tragedy everywhere. Oh, we haven't had spaff mentioned for ages. I'm catching up here with chat. Chat. Use it as motivation to achieve your goals rather than whinge about it. Definitely, Moonchild. Mortal, what do you do here? I seek vengeance for my dead uncle's cousin's father's brother. Also, hi Steve. Don't know if you remember me. It's Rocky Agent. Yes, I do remember you, Rocky. How are you doing? Man? Long time no speak to be honest. That's awesome. Looking forward to patching up and hearing your stories to write songs about later. That's awesome. Oh, I've caught up with chat. That's amazing. Wasn't expecting that. Tragic backstory. Yeah, that's is like genitals. It's great to have good ones, but don't whip them out every time you meet someone new.
I mean, it's good advice.
They're not wrong. That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
And thanks for the bits, Crazy Pixel. It was even numbers, and then Stug.
Of course.
Gifted 1.
Just to make it in order.
As is tradition.
So we are currently at 7,701. We're nearly at 20%. Ignore the 8 days to go because that doesn't matter. Oh, dear. Chris says, all I'm hearing is just stab Wintermark.
Wow.
So, well, he's not wrong. So, Dan, you're back at Wintermark now. What sort of ideas have you thought about putting into your character? What sort of things have you thought about?
It's one of the things that I've really got to look at because it was the same with my Dornish character as well. It's like I knew I wanted to participate in the combat, but then the whole out of combat side of things, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. resource-wise, I was ending up probably going with either a business or a farm for just straight extra money, and then I
Yep.
think I was probably going to look at then using that money to do a little bit of clever trading, buy cheap, keep it. If I sell it that weekend, great. If I don't, and I keep it until the next week, the next event, and sell it for when it's valued at more, then yeah, great. I think that was probably what I was going to end up doing, but was never planning on doing huge amounts of it. I think because being a sort of completely fresh to LARP in general, I think my first 2 or 3 events are just going to be walking around like, oh my god.
Yeah. I think that everyone has that idea in their head of what their first events are going to be like. They're never like that. I will say that now to prepare you both. They are never going to be what you think they're going to be like. They will be something different. You'll see something, and yeah, Moonchild's just hit the nail on the head there. Nah, get stuck in. You see Bill going off as a skirmish, you want to have a scrap. Do that. Go and say, can I get involved in this? Most nations have a new player skirmish or 2 on the Friday. So it's like, so like a skirmish on easy mode. They're not really easy, but they're easier than normal. So want to do some trading? Go headlong, try being a mediator. Yeah, come to Hurst Hall. We love people to help people get involved in trading. And that as well, and I'm sure Helen would like some help with potions and stuff as well, because Helen has a reputation now with potions, so a lot of people come asking for her. So surely the answer to what to do out of combat is drink. A little bit, so I've missed what Rocky
Do I need to
said
put
there.
points in that?
What, drinking? Yeah. That's so you saw I had 18 points on my character. 17 of them have gone into alcohol, and the other one's gone into drugs.
Legitimately, one of the questions I had written down is what are the best drinks to look out for in the field?
Yeah, one of my questions was drinks.
Excellent.
Great minds.
I've been alright. Uni started recently, which sucks. I need to try and find someone to properly officiate a wedding at the next event, so that'll be fun. I'll do it. I've married 3 people. I'll do it. So yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, come find me.
You've married 3 people.
You
Not
mean 3
myself.
couples?
Even number.
So yeah, I have married off 3 people, and I can be hired for stag do's as well. I do really good stag do's. So
Is that just a lot of Twilight and you and Grim walking around?
no, the last one we did was the groom nearly got stabbed up, and I had to go off and find the person who was going to do it. But when we found her, she was in the middle of her striding, and everyone was just sort of like, "Oh, yeah, you're not going to go in there at the moment. There's like 10 of them there." And that, so yeah, we're not going to go in there because there's only 3 of us. I was like, I'll be back in a minute. I walked straight up to her, started threatening her. And then when someone stood up to say, you're not going to come into my striding and threaten her, like that, so I turned around and started threatening him as well. It was just sort of like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do anything. And I walked off. And yeah, she left us alone for the rest of the night. So it was great. I love it. Any drink that is free is good. Cider. My OC thoughts make me think a military unit would be most fitting, but OC Brain says a business for simplicity and cash. Businesses are good if you just want cash. Military unit or a fleet if you want resources as well with cash. The Sovereign's Head is good in Varushka. Everything is good in the Sovereign's Head. So yeah, there are plenty of things out there. So alcohol, what would everybody in chat recommend drink-wise? Because I'm obviously going to say the 2 fee cider.
Yeah. So the 2 I've got down, or the 3 I've got down that I've heard about, the hot chocolate and Loomies, obviously slightly different. The 2 feet cider and the honey rum was mentioned yesterday over the bit.
Yeah. the honey rum. There's the Eternal Family do honey rum as well, so that's definitely worth having a look at. What else?
Could you put the honey rum in the hot chocolate?
I like where your head's at.
I have no idea. My character was initially meant to be a healer with a side of magic and is now a ritual mage with a side of trading. So always expect FBA. Don't understand that. Don't get that. Sorry, Pandora. Oh right. So always expect face. So always expect changes. There we go. I should have read on a little bit, and then I would have got there. I might take you up on that. Just don't get me killed. No promises. The best stag do's are the ones where there is the hint of death.
Well, somebody almost died at my stag do, so I can relate to that.
Wow.
My first character got married, and I nearly died at my wedding ceremony. That was awesome. That was hilarious. That was the Wandering Canary cider found in the Brazen Parador in Brass Coast. Never had that. I'll add that to my list. Oh god, that just reminded me I'm supposed to be organising my Warlock's freaking hen do. Can I help with that?
I just love that as a sentence.
My Warlock's hand.
Someone handed me some gorgeous elderflower gin. No idea where it's from. There's a couple of lads who walk around there from the league, and they make elderflower stuff.
Yeah, that was cracking.
Yeah, really, really nice stuff. Military unit is good if you want to fight and do trade. You get some stuff and you can go practice trading with. Yep, fleet gang. Hoard all the things, trade, madness. Honey rum is wicked. There's a chili vodka as well.
Ooh, I'll skip that one.
In the, do you want a tangent story? I have a tangent story. No, okay.
Yeah, let's. I mean, it
on.
wouldn't be a Steve stream without a tangent story.
I was out. This is the first time I'd met Smith and Trot, and we were out getting ready to go on a pub crawl. And I was with those two, and Smith realised he had forgotten his coin purse. So he went running.
He did.
So he went. No, this is before he was uber wealthy. He went running back to his tent to get his money. I bumped into an older Navari gentleman who all the Navar will know. A lot of people in the field will know, called Len. Len brews. Well, he makes all of his own stuff. And he said, "I've got some chili vodka here. Do you want to try it?" So, me and Chris, we tried some of it. He had a nice swig of this vodka. Oh, it was so good. It was hot, but not stupidly hot. I was like, that's really, really nice. And then Len goes, "I've got this one here as well, which is," it was like the strongest chilies that you can get in the world and stuff like that. And he was just like, "Yep, no, I've made some vodka here." He goes, "It's very hot, even for me." He goes, "I can't drink it." I was like, okay. It's apparently someone else in the field had drunk it, and they had to go and have a lie down afterwards because it was that hot. So Smith comes running back over as we're there.
Oh dear.
And me and Chris were sort of looking at each other and we're going, "That was really nice. That was really, really nice." And Smith was like, "Oh, what was that?" He's like, "Oh, we've just tried some of this chili vodka." Smith was like, "Oh, I quite like chili vodka." And he goes, "Can I try a bit?" And then was like, "Yeah." Gets out this really strong stuff, passes it over. Smith goes like that, necks it, gives it back. He's like, "That's really, really good." Then he stops. Then you see the sweat start forming. He goes white as a sheet, and he goes off into a bush, and it's coming back up again, and it's so funny. It's absolutely hilarious, and we don't ever let him forget it. So
I'm sure he won't forget it. To be fair.
No, I haven't got it up for a while. Actually, I'm going to have to. I might message him in a minute. Do you remember that chili vodka you drank? So, Jim Bob, my character runs a brewery, so my drinks. Excellent. Differentially between sipping drinks and chugging drinks, I would recommend being responsible with alcohol. That's a definite. If you can't handle your drink, don't drink. The only drink I had at Empire that was something homemade was elderberry wine, and it tasted like no wine I'd ever had before. It's because it was an ale. No, okay, fine. I'll let that one go. I tend to sample many homebrew ciders for science, of course. Remember, kids. I'm not going to read that one out, John, because he hates being reminded of it now, and it's actually to the point of where it's affecting his mental health. So I'm going to stop bringing it up. Change some spare change. Your single life will end one way or the other. All right, it was a typo. All my homebrew turned to vinegar. Oh, that sucks. Chili vodka sold. A lot of homebrews have no indication of how strong they are, and the sweetness can really hide it. So yeah, caution, definitely. A lot of the people who brew now put warnings on their labels as well.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Justin has had to, because he does a summer fruit cider, which is delicious, and you cannot
Really
taste.
sweet.
You can't taste the alcohol in it. It's dangerous. So he has put a warning on it as well. LARP Granddad Len, love Len. He's such a good guy. Also, I type Warlord, not Warlock, but sure. Yeah.
I mean, a warlord's Hindu as well. It's just as interesting as a warlock's Hindu, I suppose.
Yeah.
Far more sensible sentence.
See if, yeah. Here, I made lava vodka. Try this. Right, yes. Sorry, Helen. More questions. I shouldn't I? Rocky, yeah, I should. That's a good one. Rocky, are you in the Discord at all, mate? Because you should be. Don't let Amy have more than half, or she'll be singing her way across all the nations. That's cool. No, I'm not. If someone can do the links for me, boom. There you go, mate.
Done.
Join that, and you'll be in my Discord with a. I think we've nearly. Nearly hit 250? We're close to 250 now. It seems like only last week we were celebrating being at 200. It was amazing. Right, next question. Let's move away from alcohol. I think.
I got one.
Go for it.
How this isn't me saying I want to do this. By the way, this was just something that I was intrigued when I was reading some bits on the wiki. How easy is it to commit crime, and how often are crimes punished?
Definitely not you.
Ooh, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. That's not the answer to that question. 219 in there. Ah, cool. That's still good. Have you read the Anvil court reports?
No.
They are there. It's quite easy to be caught. Out of character.
There's a militia, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a militia, and the militia are some of the members of the militia aren't great. Another way to put it is that there are members of the militia. Some of them, two of them I know were detectives within CID.
Oh wow.
You're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So there are police officers in there as well who do it for it's just because they enjoy it. So, yeah, murder's really easy to get caught on.
I was thinking more theft.
Theft.
Again, not that it's you.
No, not me at all in the slightest.
I still have not been caught for my theft. Any of them.
Cool. So it's more of a just being very clever about it.
Don't go big. Don't see a 500 thrown coin and go yoink.
Yoink.
Don't do that. See something small. But yeah, the militia are pretty hot on it all. So
I like the way it went from how easy is it to be caught to Steve giving you tips.
that's the next stream. But yeah, I would heartily recommend avoiding crime on the whole. I think in my 6 years as Mac,
I've stolen 1,000 throws.
no,
Not all at
Thrones, I'm
once.
probably up to about 5. Murder, I'm up to 2.
Is it murder though when you push someone in a skirmish or a battle just behind the line so they can't get revived?
You're not allowed to physically push anyone. So it was more of a cleave to their legs so they fall down, can't get up, and then the line moves away from them. I know,
I mean,
potato.
all this is telling me is I'm not going into battle with either of you.
Oh no, I'm great to fight alongside. If you
Just don't get on his bad side.
if you can find me, I'm generally found behind enemy lines. Right, as I came so close to dying last event while laying on top of a marcher. Your hobby, mate. That's fine.
Enough said.
Yeah. What's this? Oh, I missed something here. So some people forget you can scream out as much as you want when you're bleeding out as well. So yeah, if you are ever bleeding out, if someone does stab you up in the field in Anvil and there's no one around and you're down and you're bleeding out, scream and shout and call for help, because guaranteed there are people there who are not had too much to drink and want to have a bit of a scrap. People will come running. So it happens.
Legitimately, one of the things I'm most looking forward to about LARP is there's going to be opportunities to shout or scream at the top of my lungs. And I don't think I've ever done that in my life. So I want to do that. I feel it's going to be really therapeutic.
It's amazing. I will say this, and I think everybody in chat will agree, that when you come back from Empire, it's better than any therapy that you can go to. Obviously, I'm not a professional therapist. I'm not saying it's therapy. I'm just saying you come back from it and you feel great. You really, really do feel good. Unless you've had the event where all the emotions come out and you've had that one event where everything is just like going, feel this, feel this, feel this, and you're just like, oh,
Have the feels.
yeah, I just don't want this anymore. But yeah, my throat hurts after battles. Yes, yeah, my throat hurts after all events. My throat hurts after a skirmish. I shout too much.
Mixture of shouting too much and drinking too much alcohol.
Yeah, Conoroth has now taken pity on this channel. Awesome. Thanks for coming. There was a picture I put up in the pictures of me in a skirmish as Matt going in with Dawn, and everyone saw like going, getting ready and stuff like that. And I'm just stood there with a big cheesy grin on my face, sort of stood a little bit forward, and I'm just laughing because I do. Imagine Max as a therapist doing scream therapy. It's the best therapy I've met at 2 people so far. I would absolutely disagree with that, but it's certainly a way to experience and process things you might not do otherwise. Yeah. I mean, as I say, I'm not a therapist. I always find that when I come back from Empire, excuse me, I always feel so much better about everything around me. I feel more confident. I feel happier. And I find it helps me massively. But obviously,
Escapism, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's not going to help you, then that's what a therapist is there for. You need that. But forgetting who you are for a weekend I think, is a good thing. But that's just for me. So, but yeah, as Smurra said, there's two sides to it all. So, but yeah, as Moonchild is saying as well, LARP is, as I've been saying as well, LARP is not therapy. Okay, so if there are things that are wrong, go and speak to someone professionally, because being in a field might mean you forget it for a few days, but it's just going to be there waiting for you when you come back on when you wake up on Monday. So see, me and Moonchild, we're on the same page tonight. Escapism is good, freeing experience, but you cannot rely on LARP for stuff that's not great in your life. Yeah. So, and everyone's saying dog and woof.
Two very different discussions happening there.
Yes, yeah, we were all over the place. It's amazing. Also,
Very
never
deep.
scream man down. Yeah, don't scream man down. Yeah, don't. Just don't. I hate that saying. There is a difference between stress venting and actual therapy. Yeah. Blair Witch is back. So, right. See, I've forgotten the questions now. I get distracted. So, got it, Matt. Have you got another question?
Yeah. Given that I might end up being non-com, I might end up going into combat. But if I did choose to go non-com, how difficult would it be to get named as a marker in that scenario, or is it something that's much easier to do if you're a combat character?
I know for a fact that Moonchild knows a hell of a lot more about naming than I do. So I'm going to wait for Moonchild to answer that one before I read that out. If you are non-com, I know that if you are non-com, you can. Anyone can get named for doing anything. If you have made for a battle or something, and you go, I've made 400 potions here, and I've given everyone in the nation this, this, and this, and a Scop goes, that's an amazing thing. So you could be named for that. It could be for singing a great song. It could be for telling a story. It can be for anything, as long as you do something that is considered great in the eyes of a Scop, and the Scop wants to go up there and say, this person's done this, this, and this. But it's completely down to you and what you want to do. Hoggins. I think there's a lot more visually obvious chances for heroic acts during combat. Yeah, visually, yes, you can do a lot more great things. My problem with that is that because where I have my own Wintermark unit for Marika's Spear, I'm generally off 20 feet behind enemy lines, and people don't see me. So I got offered to be named once when I was in the Navarre, but now I'm in Wintermark. It's just not going to happen because I do too much stupid things, and stupidity isn't honourable at the end of the day. Combat is only 30% of Empire. Naming is really not tied to combat. Plenty of people get named for non-combat things. It's just how well that's known outside of that area of interest. Was that a gremlin running past?
I mean, his nickname is Gremlin, so.
Good old Frank. Yeah. The Borg
His
Witch
nickname's
Project.
longer than his actual name.
Mm.
Makes sense to me.
It's good, yeah, it's well up there. Hawkins says there is an equal chance to be named for non-combat activities. It's just not as openly obvious to everyone. I guess was my point. No, that's a fair point. I think within Wintermark the Scops there are Scops who take the field to go and have a scrap, and there are Scops who don't as well, and they like to sit around, talk to people, tell stories, sing songs, and things like that. So it's like, if you're not going to go into a fight, you're not going to, example, get named by Tarek, because Tarek leads a unit and he goes off and has a fight. Whereas if there is a Scop who is seeing you doing all of this stuff with potions, say, they are quite likely to name you for doing something like that. So I'm supposed to do stuff with the... Would most of Wintermark know if an apothecary got named? Probably not, but a big fighty person is more likely. I was supposed to do stuff with a shaman, I think was his name last event, but I didn't get to do it because he wasn't free when I was. Shaman is a busy man. Not busy man? He's just a busy person. I would also say that it depends how many Scops you know and who tells Scops what you've actually been up to. Yeah, I tell Scops not to report what I've done if I do things, so I'm quite happy to... Yeah, I'm quite happy with my lot in Empire. But if you want to be named, show a Scop what you do. If you think it's great, talk to the Scops about it and stuff. So it's all worth doing. So if you are going to make 400 potions for the nation as a whole to go off into a battle with, tell a scop as you're giving them all out, because the scop will stand there and watch as you're giving out 400 potions, and it's just like, obviously this is just an example, but they'll watch and they will sing your praises if you've done something like that, because that's a huge thing for the nation. So there's lots of stuff like that. Just don't clog up a moot with a naming. They go on long enough. The moot's go on for ages. He asked me to come to his tent for a Skyne reading, I think. Yeah.
I've heard those are epic.
Some people, the way it's all dependent on the role play. So some Skyne readings are truly amazing. I've had 2 now. Yeah, and they're truly epic, the role play in it. It's dependent on the person who's doing it. So I would say within a few events, see if you can get your Skyne read. But they will talk to you about your background. They will talk to you about your character. They will talk to you about everything around you and get to that, and then they will say, well, you can do this, try this, do this. I think that there's this going on here. Try and do that, and you'll have fun. And then when you've done this, come and tell me a story, and all of that. That's what they want. That's their game, and it's amazing. It really is so cool.
Dan looked really hesitant then. He was like, am I going to have to tell him about all the thieving I've done?
It's more of a come and tell me if you're still alive.
Yeah, I mean, I have still got to go and tell Shaman my story from the Skyne reading I did with him, and it was, I'm not telling you what happened because you need to see it yourself. His Skyne readings are immense, absolutely immense, and you go off into his tent and it's just you two sat there. And then the things come down, and it's a dark tent, and you can just about make him out. And then he does his whole thing. It's just like, this is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Naming is always nicer in a more personal setting. I didn't know that. I have to admit, I always thought the naming happened in the moot, and when people went, look, this person's done this, this, and this. The whole point is people know your name because your story is told. Not because it's screamed at moot. Fantastic. There you go. I told you all Moonchild would come through. There we go. That's awesome. Perhaps I should try to get named. Mac the Insane. I think I quite like the sound of that. Scops, do your jobs and tell stories, please. Yes.
Mac the bench.
Well, there's too many. None of them are nice. So, Mac the Striking Spear.
Mac the Nymphomaniac.
Did someone say Matt the Knife?
Mac the Nymphomaniac. Oh my god. He's not that bad, thanks. They need people to tell them things that can make stories out of. So I think what I should do is I should grab a scop and I'll just say, right, you're going to come with me in this fight, and then you can tell a story. You can see if I'm worthy of anything. Oh, man. Jungosaur. Mac who owes me 10 thrones. Yeah, whatever. Macca's Toofy of Hurst Hall, the Land Shark Rider. Yeah, I quite like that. Ben just said that was worth that. Land Shark Humper, indeed.
I can just see you taking the Scop with you into battle, that Scop dying, and then you doing it again with another Scop, that Scop dying, and then the third one not coming and just naming you the Scop Slayer.
I don't see a problem.
Idea.
I don't see an issue with this. Mac the Owl Warrior. Yeah, I quite like that one. Husband face should be proud, Dawn. Mac the Owl Warrior. But yeah, there's the Scops have a lot of stuff that they need to do, but you need to talk to them as well. So I think if you are determined to do something epic, then just go and tell them. Mac the bringer of horrible suffering to the storyteller. That too. Yeah, that'd be good. But yeah, so who was the last question from? What else have we got? Who's got another question?
You going down?
Battle wise. nation specific, or are they mixed?
What, the main battle?
Mm.
The main battle is half of the nations. Well, each nation has a point allocation, and they will basically have worked it out. So, thanks for subbing, man. Really appreciate it. So they will have said, right, this battle is, so they're on this many points, and we've got these nations here, and we need this many points to go against them. So you will find Wintermark will fight with another 4 nations probably, and then all the other nations will monster the battle. So you'll probably get Wintermark with Urizen, Orcs, Dawn, maybe the Marches, and then you're fighting against all the other nations. They'll monster. Right. So that's how Varushka often. So yeah, you can fight with any of the other nations. The only nations that we don't really fight with is mainly the Navarre, because they're the 2 biggest ones.
Right.
So doesn't the point allocation basically work out how the same nations nearly always fighting together? Yes, it does on occasion. Every now and again they'll move it around. So, but yeah, with the Navarre, Navarre and Dawn often get paired because they're about the same size. There are a few different ways of working it out, but they do. You can get them all working together. So yeah, as I said, Wintermark is the largest force, followed by the Navarre, and Dawn close behind. And Dawn have got
a matter of making it a fair fight, isn't it? I suppose
yes.
It's a matter of not having hugely more orcs on the bad side of things and far outweighing the nations that ran into battle.
Yeah, every now and again, it doesn't happen very often, but PD have got it wrong. So, and the allocation was done a bit wrong, and so it meant that you're going into a fight and you're massively outnumbered, and that it doesn't happen very often. Skirmishes, it can happen as well. I've done a few skirmishes where I've turned up with 15 people and they were expecting 75.
Oof.
So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. So there are things like that as well. Also the problems, how many people decide not to monster or not to fight. So yeah, there are things like that. So you do get injuries where people have said, I've tweaked my knee, tweaked my back, so I'm not going to do this. I was drunk, so I've missed monstering, so I'm not going to fight for the nation. So they'll do things like that as well. So there are a few variables, I think is the best way to say it. So battles you fight with your nation, quests can be done, quests can be everyone and anyone up to a certain number. So yeah, that's the skirmishes. Also, if you fight you monster, repeat it for everyone. So there are ways that people haven't done it. So I know someone who fought their battle and was hungover for their monstering. So the next event they monstered both battles.
Right. Okay.
So they made it up that way. It's not a great way of doing it, but I think it balanced it out for them. But it's I'm super looking forward to monstering. I love monstering. Monstering is so much fun. All the fightiness without any of the worry of your character dying. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to monstering. My first event. I'm not gonna my character's not gonna be on combat, but I want a monster.
Yeah, I suppose you can make up your own story for the well, can't you?
Yeah. When I was in Navarre, me and Matt, we used to always pair up and go off together with our stupid stories and stuff like that. So and things, and we'd have our own bit of role play that would be quite fun, and they'd develop over throughout the battle, and it would become stupid. Yes, to berry picking. You do get a couple of people who will just turn around and say, I just don't want to do it for monstering. So they just don't. and then that's when people have to step in and just say, no, you need to
Yeah.
go and do this.
Yeah, it's only fair at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. If you fight, you have to monster. If you monster, do you have to fight? No. No, there are. I know people actually who don't want to fight at all as their character. They just want a monster. So they'll go and do their monstering slot, and then that's them free for the next day. So, yeah, you don't have to do that at all. Would you recommend water carrying first to get a feel for the battlefield if you've never fought before? Water carrying is actually good fun. I've done it a couple of times, monstering, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good laugh. Because at the end of the day, people need water. The monsters are all running around with these orc masks on and they're doing all of this sort of stuff. So if you can then go have a drink, have something like that. A friend of mine, Helen, she did that and she had one of these little squash bowls as well. So as she was going around, she was constantly like filling things up and putting squash into it to give people something a bit extra and stuff like that. So yeah, she was very popular. So yeah, there is a lot of water carrying is also an option. You can be non-com, so you can be like every now and again a battle will have slaves in it, prisoners that you can rescue and stuff, and you just need to get them out of that. So Helen said, I didn't enjoy fighting as my character, but monstering was great. Yeah, it is good fun. Even if you don't fight, you have to crew. I was debating doing just that, only monstering for my first event, just so I can get used to the battle before taking my character in. Yeah, if you need to do that. I know people do skirmishes as well, because that gets them used to the feel of going off and having a scrap. So if you're not used to it, where they do the new player skirmish before time in, that's always worth it as well. And that's a good laugh, that is. So I do try to go along and join that one, and I'm always being turned away. So, because
you'll have to send PD an email when we actually get that first event and something 30 new players all turn up, all from the Hefty Yeti Discord, and you'd be like, "Can I please?"
it would be great fun. It would be a lot of fun. Those are the true heroes. Yeah, the ones who just monster. I only monster. That can be water character or whatever else they may have. Yeah, I put a picture of me monstering in the monstering pictures where I was in my purple outfit with the big things and the big spikes and stuff like that. It's great fun. I love it. Yeah, it's part of the social contract at Empire. You have to monster if you fight. If you want to monster just because, that's fine. Yeah. War carrying is great. Usually gets some people after the battle thanking you profusely. Yeah, that too. Some of my favourite roleplay as an orc was with a water character who was acting terrified of all the orcs as he was a slave water carrier. Yeah, you get all of that fun roleplay to do. It's great. Wonder how water carrying works with COVID now in the future. I mean, I have no idea. That's going to be a PD issue to think about, and they can decide how to do it. I can see them just saying, please bring your own water bottles.
Yeah.
And that'll be it, I think. You only have to crew one fight if you play the other. I was worrying about water carrier with COVID at the moment. I presume there will be little paper cups instead of something. Yeah, because they normally just have these huge, like 6-litre bottles. They fill it with water, and then you're there just sort of like necking it and stuff like that, and have that passed around 500 people. Oh dear. The herpes going around that field. It must be incredible. No one's got herpes in that field.
A bold claim.
I've got uber herpes. It's I don't. I think I've just broken my chair as well. I did well. New player skirmish is great, but real skirmishes can be more deadly than the battles. Yes, definitely. I have been involved in a few skirmishes where you've gone running in and then you come running out almost immediately. They've been terrifying. You do enter Mac and Grimm's New to Anvil night skirmish. That'd just be us mugging you. Um, dire herpes. Yeah, they get the night skirmishes are quite fun because you walk into the battle and that you know that there are people there, and every now and again you see torches off in the distance, just saying, "Oh, okay, there," and you can see like a few people, and then they will see you, and then they'll just walk backwards out of the light, and then it's like, I cannot see anybody anymore. You know they're there, but you don't know where they are, and it's quite atmospheric as well with the refs. They do a fantastic job. Not sure how COVID restrictions will affect battles in general. No, I don't know how they're going to do it at all. I don't do any fighting, so I don't crew any of the fights currently. If you're a new player, there's skirmishes before timing on Friday where they teach you, and there's no consequences. Yep. I remember the water territory. Oh no, that's a thing for them. Dire herpes, it will stop us. LARP lurgy is real. I've always found it weird sharing drinking containers with strangers, so always had my own. Likewise, I always keep my tankard on my belt. Yeah, it's always worth having your own drinking receptacle. So have a tankard, have a water pouch, anything like that, and always keep it on you, and always keep hydrated. It's even if it's pissing with rain, always keep hydrated. So yeah, right.
How does it work in like the tavern and things? If you go and buy a drink, are all the drinks in bottles, or are they on tap? Or
Yes, the Forge, they are on tap. There's bottles, so they give you plastic pint cups there as well. Or if you've got a tankard, you can ask them to fill up the tankard. You can buy bottles. You can buy bottles of Cognac there, the mead there as well, behind the bar. So the bar, it's like a proper pub, essentially. Really, really good place. A pint of mud is amazing. Get the pint glass and pour it into the tankard. You get more normally. Ooh, I remember that one. Thank you, Rocky. Yeah, so you got the tavern, but in the icy bars, you will find that they will have a lot of the places have a drink, have like a washing up place. So, and they can say, do you want to borrow a tankard, and then they'll have washed it and then given it to you. But it is worth bringing your own. Yeah, bring your own tankard. I go through a tankard at an event, not by choice. I've put it down and I've forgotten it. So yeah, and sometimes it's cheaper if you have your own tankard as well. I think I remember Wise Guys selling drinks for, I think it was like 4 rings a drink, but 6 rings if you had to borrow a tankard.
I suppose that's then compensating the odd couple of tankards that goes walkies.
Yes, I think I've got one actually. I had one. I know. I remember unpacking it and then it's like, oh shit, and then I took it back. So yeah, I found a nice metal tankard in an antique store a few months back. Most icy bars will want you to have your own cup. You can buy a strap for your belt for $150 from Darkblade. Always worth having. I'm redoing my war skirt, and things that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to incorporate some of these things into the war skirt itself.
So you never forget it, even if you forget like some belt, you've forgotten your.
I'm going to buy some some like axe rings as well, so I can actually, so instead of having to put them on a belt or something, they're on the war skirt, so I can just put it in straight away in there, so I don't have to worry about them anymore.
Just be useful when you go you go to get your tankard and your tankard's not there. That's when you realise you're not wearing your war skirt.
It would have been a good night, though. That's all I can say. It would have been a great night. I have loads of drinking vessels from Reenactment, so that's good. It's no effort to get a tankard or a wooden mug. A lot of the traders will sell them there for like a $5 as well. Tankards, wooden mugs and stuff like that. Charity shops, they're all, always worth having a look at. Tankards are also big and clever for the Moorish hot drink ticket. they're totally fine with you using your own tankard, which is very likely to be bigger than the flimsy plastic mug. More bang for your buck. Definitely. I've been thinking of making a war skirt, get those axe rings that pop open for easier axe deployment. Yep. If you do get yourself an old tankard, make sure it's not a really old pewter one with lead in it. Yeah, that one.
It adds to the flavour. It's fine.
Well, it adds to a lot of things, I would have thought.
No need to take Twilight at that event.
No. No. But the visit to A&E after will be interesting, though. But yeah, so I would always recommend have a look for tankards and stuff like that. I think I've got 3 here, and my Secret Santa. Whoever had me for Secret Santa did a really good job, because it was a bottle of mead and a drinking horn. So I still don't know who it was. So they did a really bloody good job there. They've kept that one secret. I was hoping I'd find out on that site afterwards, but nope, no such luck. I've wondered if anything is used to fizz rep Twilight. Yeah, sherbet. You get like coloured sherbet.
Do you actually?
Yeah, and then you put it in. It's in a little paper, folded bit of paper, and then you open it up and you eat that, and it's all not sherbet, the popping candy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you put that in, and it's all going off in your mouth. It's like, this is a lot of fun. And so the first time me and Trot, so Mac and Grim went off with it. We were in a bar in the league, and they just said, "Oh, you've got some drugs here. Would you be interested in trying it?" It's like, yes, we really, really would.
yes.
We didn't know anything about it. We'd never taken any drugs or anything like that, and they just said, "Oh, it was 4 crowns a pop." So we're like, "Oh, okay, how many have you got?" And it's like, "Oh, we've got 5 left." It's like, "Okay, I'll buy it all." So we did, and we took it, and it was just like, we took the popping candy, we opened up and we were reading it, and we were just like, "Oh, this is going to be so much fun." And this is when we started selling invisible hats to people, and it was great because it was raining at the time, and then we were selling invisible hats, and people go, "But it's not raining," or "Have you got an invisible hat on?" And it worked wonders. We made like 5 rings. We did really well. We were really pleased with it. Oh man. Surrounding. That's an amazing Santa. Yes, it really was, Raven. I was so pleased. It was amazing. Wasn't expecting it.
Actually, the Santa.
No, because I can't give gifts to myself. Just saying.
Touche.
Touche. So it just makes me think of Auntie Donna. Has everybody seen Auntie Donna's House of Fun?
No.
It's on Netflix. It's fucking hilarious. And there's a little sketch around Touche, and it's just like, is that a cup of tea? Yes, it is. Touche. Yeah. Touche. And then Zach, he just stood there, watched everyone go touche. Do any of you know what fucking touche means? And they're like, no. He's like, touche. It's so good. It is so, so good. Definitely watch it. It's so funny. Oh my God, I'll be watching it tomorrow. 4 grams for some random thing. Yep. Stag do on Twilight. I've done 2 of those so far. Have you ever heard of a me to me? No, I haven't. It's a very ADHD program, is Auntie Donna. Abby showed me Auntie Donna, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Abby just said, "You mean Abby showed me it, and it was amazing." You can't argue with that. It's absolutely, it's so funny. It's really, really weird. Have you ever seen The Mighty Boosh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but exactly, Frank.
Like,
No, it's kind of like The Mighty Boosh, but it's a bit more. Yeah, The Mighty Boosh, but on crack.
I can't even comprehend that.
It's great. A me-to-me present is when you get a present for yourself. Oh, right. No.
So,
Oh, so technically then, me-to-me. Love it. So, yeah, right. So, half past. So, we go for one more question. And who was the last one from?
Dan got the last one, so I got this one.
Go on, man.
How much I've heard about the apothecary build, and I know a guild, and I know you had them on before. But I wanted to know if I take the apothecary game and I don't join the guild, am I going to be disadvantaging myself?
Nope.
Or no?
No.
It's some simple, easy question then. Anything else, Dan?
There's nothing that you could. There's nothing really in the game where if you are taking a certain build and you don't want to get involved in the main body of it, yeah, it's not gonna hold you back not being in the apothecary guild. It's just like if you're a medic, it's not gonna hold you back if you don't go and join the hospital or anything like that. So Helen's just said plenty of game without the guild. I was shocked at how big the apothecary game actually is. There's a lot there, a hell of a lot there. The guild was new a few events ago anyway, so it's so it's still growing. So now is probably the best time to go and join the guild. To be honest, get involved in all that, and you can be part of it as while it's still growing and get some game out of it. I know mages don't go to conclave. The Artisans Guild is very useful as an artisan though. Yeah, I think Artisans Guild is a good one because I think the Apothecary Guild is looking going the same way, where someone can go, oh, I need this potion made. They'll look at their list and they'll go, these 10 people can make that potion, and they're this nation and they're over there, and that's it. So it's completely up to you. It's probably a good place to start, to be honest.
It's a guild that's basically just a telephone directory for people.
Yeah. Helen said, I recommend if you want to join the guild, going niche with your potion choices.
Okay, so there's a limited field that they can pick from when they send people.
There's a lot of potions out there. There is a lot out there. Dependent on the amount of potions that you want to take, I would say take take a couple of sets that would just be useful to you or your group, and then go take this one that's so far out of the field, so far over there that no one in the field's going to have it. Then so as soon as that one person needs it and they go to the guild and they can say only one person can make it and he's over there, she's over there, or they're over there, then it's
it costs 10 thrones.
There are potions out there that need ilium, which is stupidly expensive. So yeah, there's a lot to it. Many sets of potions. The Artisans Guild is a list of every artisan in the guild and what they can make. As most members will be able to do your fighty ones, so you'll be the only person who can get business from more rare ones. Sometimes people need antidotes to poisons. Whereas if you're going solo, you technically aren't fighting anyone for it if they walk past. I know someone who knows how to make every set except the most recently added potion. Wow, that means their entire build was just buying potions. That's crazy.
Jeez.
There are so many. I think each potion set has 6 potions in it. Something like. And yeah, that's insane. That's an insane build. I think even the person who heads up the Apothecary Guild doesn't have every single potion. Is it 3? I thought it was more. I'm not an apothecary. But yeah, so oh man, that's awesome. Well, I hope we've helped. I didn't shut up again as normal, but
I mean, I've solidified the fact that I think I'm definitely going to go win.
That's good
for this week.
For this week, Urizen next.
What, and double the number of people in the nation?
You got it. That's awesome. But yeah, so hopefully this has helped, and we'll get some more of these done because I think these are quite useful to everybody. There's 20 potion sets in all. Like it is a lot. Fuck me.
Jesus.
That's a hell of a lot of potions there.
I'm glad I've not looked into the potion side of Empire yet.
No, I'm not going to. I don't think I've got the patience for that sort of role play.
No.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I want to see it before I really commit to it. So at the moment, it's just either that with a side dish of archery or go combat archery.
Yeah, archery is a good shout, but
It's not just in anvil archery then. No.
No, the only reason I'm not doing it straight off the bat is because I want to make sure I can do it properly.
Yeah,
Real archery, so that I have total confidence in myself. Because it's such a risky thing to do. I want to make sure I'm as responsible as I can be.
You want to make sure that you can hit every pod shot you aim for.
I don't know what you mean, mate.
yeah, that sent a shiver all the way down my legs. That did. Too many pod shots here. Yeah, PD let you change your build if you're after an event if you're not having fun doing it. So because I'd actually bought Magician for Mac, and it was the most pointless thing I'd ever done for him because it doesn't suit his character whatsoever. And
Didn't Mac start Urizen though?
Yeah, but I bought this for Mac when I was in Wintermark, so it was all kind of this is just an XP buy, and I was just like, nope, it's not for me. So Moonshine said Magician is super fun. I always struggle with magic in everything, so it's like when I play Divinity, Original Sin 2 and stuff like that, and they're like, people are like, oh, magic, and I'm like, no, but I want to be a dwarf who twats things with an axe.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So,
no matter what I do, I can't get on board with it.
Yeah, it's just a bit. It's a patience thing for me, and yeah, I struggle with it. So I mean, probably doing a stream just on magic, I think, would be quite useful, just to explain how magic works in its entirety. Would be a good one.
I quite liked the Witcher concept that you had when you were doing your Varishka, but the fact that you can't wear armor whilst doing it.
You can wear mage armor.
Yeah, but it's not. In my head, it still doesn't sit in the kind of theme that you're going for, and you end up sort of thinking, well, you end up becoming more mage that can just poke someone with a pointy stick if he needs to.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's a lot of things there. If you have a spare point, Chirurgeon is big and clever. Yeah, Healy Boy, pick people up and do something like that. I have looked at it, but half the time for me, I'm the ones who have put them on the floor, so I don't really want to pick them up again afterwards.
Pick them up and then put them down again.
So, yeah. But I think we've been going on for an hour and 40. So I think we'll call it there. But this has been really good again. I like doing these.
Yeah, they're good fun.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Steve.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Oh, we've hit it.
8,000 for the bell tent.
8,000 for the bell tent. We are at 80 quid. That's 20. We're a fifth of the way there. That's 80 quid for this 4-meter bell tent. And then when we got that, another 100 for Raven. That's awesome. Thank you. One.
It's an incoming one from Stug.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He just waits. I reckon Stug is sat there with like 10,000 bits just sat there and he's going one. Oh dear. But yeah, we'll 45s are now taking pictures. That's awesome. Oh, I love it when people come in and do those sorts of things. Have you ever been to an island called that one there? No, because it's a permanent thing for me, man. I'm always at attention. But yeah, so thanks everyone for coming along to watch. Thanks Dan, thanks Matt for joining in, having a laugh because they're always fun.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you everybody who's answered questions and cheers Dan. I appreciate that.
That's too easy.
Yeah. Well, it's a troll, isn't it, at the end of the day? So the fun thing is they had to sit in chat to gain points to troll. Oh,
Here we go. And hammer.
good. I was waiting for that.
Third time lucky.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for that. Yeah, but yeah, so thanks for coming on. Thanks everyone in chat. Thanks everyone who's given bits. Thank you everyone who's subscribed, followed. Apart from that bell end. So,
So I'm just going to presume you're talking about me.
yeah, fuck's sake, Matt.
And the other bell end as well.
And the other one, yeah. But yeah, so thanks everyone for coming along, getting involved and doing stuff. Thanks the people who answered questions and have just been here to help out. It's been really, really good, and it just shows what a great community that we've got.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I'll call it there. I'm doing something on Friday. I can't remember what it is. I've forgotten.
Crafting, isn't it?
Is it what one? No, that's Monday. Doing a crafting stream on Monday.
Oh, new character creation.
Oh yeah, so if someone wants to make their character up on stream, and we can go through it all again, then yeah, just let me know, and we can do that. Fuck's sake, Stug. Nice try. Yeah, and then yeah, just let me know, and we'll do that. Obviously, if no one comes forward, then we'll find something else to do on Friday. On Monday, we're doing a crafting stream. We've got Matt Kaz coming on, so Armchair Armories, and we're actually going to sit down and do some proper crafting. I've got some more bits turning up, so I'm actually going to do some proper. I'm actually going to do something this time.
No sellotape and staples, though, no?
No, it's Brexit, man. I can't get hold of staples for love nor money. Thanks, Helen, for that joke. So yeah, so we're going to do that. I have space for one, maybe two people on the crafting ones. So I'd like to get people who haven't been on a crafting one or a stream before. So get everybody involved and build up that community feel. So yeah, if you fancy that, let me know. Yeah, loads of stuff. We're going to be doing loads of stuff, and we'll do things and have fun and keep the keen going.
Things will be done.
Things will be done. I'll be around. I won't be paying attention. I'll just be here. So, yes, no more spaffing your horns on camera, John. Well, not for a while anyway. Not in a crafting one. I'd love to come on Sunday, but I don't know about crafting. As I say to everybody, I am happy to chat to people on stream. We're all LARPers. We're all in this hobby. We all love to do this. So I'm happy to chat away to anybody who wants to come on. I always have little projects coming up and stuff like that. So if you want to be involved, message me, message a mod, and just say I fancy doing this, this, and this, because then they can put something into the mods channel and I'll see it there. To be honest, it's probably easier to message a mod. And that's so, especially Dan, he loves it.
Oh, thanks.
So Dan is so much more organised than me. But yeah, so yeah, if you want to get involved, just let a mod know and we can go from there. I can't do crafting in public after the incident. Well, yeah, I have heard rumours. But yeah, so thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for doing that. A nice 10-minute goodbye again as normal. As always. So yeah, so thanks everyone. Take care. See you soon. And remember, if you're struggling, reach out. We're all in this together. We'll all pick each other up and we'll do some stuff. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.